What's going on, everybody? Say It Out Loud Sports, episode 99.
Woo!
Damn. Almost there. Almost to 100.
Got Bob and Pete back in the building. What's going on? Week 1 is over.
It's over. So's my
exciting.
voice.
What? Yeah. You were screaming.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised you screamed as much with the Eagles getting an easy victory, though.
It was nice. I was excited. It was screaming out of excitement.
Even though they played the Falcons.
Well, I mean,
I hope you lose it before Sunday because the Eagles play the Niners, so then I don't have to hear you.
I'm going to be in your ear.
We got side bets?
We will. We're
doing something else.
All right, so like I said, episode 99, thanks to all the listeners for sticking with us for this long journey. Episode 100 is next week. Do us a favor this week. Share us with a friend. And if you're listening, shoot it over to somebody and have take a listen. Many surprises out of this first week. We're going to get to those. Week 2, we'll have some previews. We'll have our locks of the week. Right, we'll be back on. We didn't have a great result. Locks of the week, betting-wise, this week.
Right. Yeah, last year it's hard to repeat performance after week 1. I think we were, 7-1 last year starting
To
out
start
of the gates.
this year, I think we went 3-4 overall. We gave out 7 picks. The two double locks go 0-2. Last year they started like 10-0 or some crazy number. So, I mean, if you want to fade us, go ahead and do that. We're going to bounce back. Shout out real quick, Say It Out Loud Fantasy. Shout out producer Richard. He took home the highest score of the week. So we got a
back-to-back years.
40-1 Vikings ticket.
It's back-to-back years for Richard for week 1 ticket.
Yep.
It should be more after that week 1 performance from the Vikings, though.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, it was tough. This week's contest, for those of you in the league, I know staying consistent. So the closest score from week 1 to week 2, that's how you win. So if you scored 80 last week and you get 81 this week, you got to hide. You know what I mean?
It's consistency, huh?
Yep. And it's Denver.
So even if you're consistently bad.
Even if you're bad.
Yeah.
So,
all right, got a shot.
So this week is a Denver Broncos ticket, 75-1 is the ticket value.
Yikes.
Not bad.
They're
Anyway.
1-0.
All right. Well, with that, let's get into the recaps this week.
What's take out the positive?
Bob? We can start with you. Biggest overreaction or underreaction, whichever one you choose from the week 1 slate of games.
I think the biggest overreaction is going to me was like everybody freaking out about the Titans.
They got rolled.
But everybody's freaking
Spanked.
they're freaking out like the Titans are going to lose every game, and it's week 1.
Yeah.
They just came out flat. They got behind. Couldn't run the football. They'll be all right. Everybody relax a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think
If you're going to bet, you could still bet the Titans going forward.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals, though. I mean, Kyler Murray extending plays, doing what he did, he looked great.
Elusive.
Against, this was in Tennessee on top of that. But, I mean, like you were saying, you got them to win the division. And, honestly, after that shellacking in Tennessee, I can honestly see that.
Well,
Kyler Murray's a real deal.
The defense for Arizona with Chandler Jones was one of the greatest games I've ever seen played by a D lineman. 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Yeah. He was literally on the quarterback every possession.
Yeah, speaking preseason, when I picked the Cardinals to win, I mean, even this game, it was shocking how big they won. I thought the Titans would win this game, even though I had the Cardinals going 11-6, but they showed out, and then, like you said, Kyler Murray looked great. The defense.
He looked like a video game out there.
Isaiah Simmons showed up. He had an interception. He made plays all over the field, and then they couldn't run the ball, which that was pretty surprising. If they can limit Derrick Henry and they can limit that offense, then they're going to be a problem, big problem.
I did not think that the Cardinals' defense was going to be as good as they played week 1.
Yeah, like you said, though, week 1. We'll see what happens.
We got a lot of football left.
What, Pete?
Oh, so I think one of the biggest overreactions that I've seen, at least on the internet, was these Cowboys fans talking about, we only lost, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 2 points, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah,
you had
four turnovers. And then not only that, but the Cowboys led the game in time of possession by almost 10 minutes. And then Tampa Bay also had, I think, 11 penalties for 108 yards or something like that. I mean, come on. That could have easily been and gone the other way, and Tampa Bay could have just put their, beat the brakes off of you. So I'm not really too high on the Cowboys. Personally, I think Dak Prescott is legit. But I don't think the Cowboys are that good. And
Zeke did not look good.
Yeah. You can't expect
he only
to do
got,
that.
12 carries?
Yeah, I think it was 11.
I
thought they needed to run the ball. I know Tampa's got it tough, but they lost Zach Martin for the game. He's back next week. I'm on the opposite. I think it was good. I understand like the 4 turnovers you should probably win that game.
Easily. Yeah. And those 4 turnovers are in Tampa Bay territory. 3 of them are in the red zone.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I know the one was going in. Godwin fumbled the one.
Yeah.
Going into the end zone.
So I mean, I think out of the 4, they only turned it into 6 points.
They got 2 field goals.
Yeah, you got to score off of turnovers,
especially if you're in
100%. But you are playing the defending Super Bowl champions with a legit defense. Their run defense is amazing.
They were.
And they lost. They were all last year. Their number one defense, I believe.
They were
last
good
2
in
years,
this game.
I think.
They were good in this game.
Exactly. And the Cowboys were down Zach Martin. So if they can't run the ball, then it's going to be a repeat of last year.
That's the problem.
That's 100%.
If they're going to go out and let Dak throw it 50 times, he'll look great, but they're going to lose games.
Yeah, they have to run the ball better. I was screaming the whole time, run the ball. Run the ball. They have to run it. They needed to run it outside. I feel like every time Zeke got outside, he would get a little bit more yard. Just jamming it up the middle. They weren't getting anywhere.
They wouldn't commit to running the ball. They would run it every once in a while.
So I think Dallas will be fine. I'm pretty good on them.
Yeah, no.
10 wins.
Nah.
9-10 wins, I think. They're going to win the division.
Washington.
No, they're not winning.
I know.
Out of your
stop. The Eagles played the Falcons.
Falcons is a superior.
That's the worst team
in
Washington. Football. Washington in that division. That's who I like.
If they had a quarter, if they go Cam Newton, we'll
maybe
talk.
Sure.
Not Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke didn't look that bad.
Stop.
Fitzpatrick done for 8 weeks. It's over.
I'm saying he didn't look that bad.
He's not good.
Washington's going to go in full tank mode.
Their defense is nasty.
You stay out of this.
They're not going to go draft a quarterback next year.
You guys got Cowboys.
Cam Newton.
The biggest, obviously, Aaron Rodgers thing. First of all, Aaron Rodgers got benched in the fourth quarter. They were down 38 points.
He doesn't.
He didn't get benched. That's the stupidest. I was so angry.
The game's over.
He didn't get benched. Like if Jordan Love comes back and starts next week, then that's the storyline. Right. Getting benched when you're down 35 points is not nothing.
They're just getting Aaron out of the game.
0. Relax. But Green Bay getting beat by 35. I mean, you've seen it everywhere.
We'll go back to week 1 last year.
Last year, the Saints beat the Bucs 38-3, and the Bucs went on to win the Super Bowl.
Ooh, Saints come out and blast the Packers 38-3.
That's fine with me because I picked the Packers to win the Super Bowl this year. So I picked them before
everybody's
this game.
freaking out. The Packers will be all right.
They'll be fine. Everybody in the division lost. Everybody's 0-1, I think. Packers, Bears, Vikings, and the Lions. Everybody's 0-1.
Oh, so they're tied for the lead.
They're tied for the lead. I'm not worried about the Packers. It's kind of like the AFC and NFC West. Everybody's
1-0.
1-0. Right. It's insane.
After that wild Monday Night Football game.
But yeah, the Saints, I mean, they looked fine. I'm not sold. They were gifted. Jameis Winston threw the ball. They threw the ball 14 for 20.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah. 140 yards.
Every third pass.
Talk about efficiency.
That's like me in our flag football leagues.
So you look like Joe Burrow
short
at
fields,
LSU.
touchdown. We'll see who they play this week.
Saints?
Who the Saints play? Panthers. They're going to lose to the Panthers.
They're not losing to the Panthers.
Sam Darnold.
And Robbie Anderson.
You saw that connection?
They were playing the team they used to be
McCaffrey?
on.
Beast. Stop.
I might have to lock that one up just to spite you now.
You're going to say, oh, no.
You might have just created a double lock.
A double lock. All right, we'll see. All right, what other games we got? Any other reactions?
How about the Eagles, maybe?
The Eagles look good. They were
Jalen Hurts looked good.
He was efficient. I think that I underestimated how bad Atlanta is, I think.
Our defense played well.
They're bad.
So I had the over. Philly did their part, scoring 32. How do you not? Is Philly's defense actually really good?
That's the problem. Is I couldn't tell if they actually played great D or if Atlanta's offense is that bad.
But forever, Atlanta's had a good offense.
Ridley was. I was screaming because this fool was wide open every down. It seemed like.
Yeah, the Falcons scoring 6 is very weird to me. They've always put up. They always allow 30 to 40, but they'll score 25, 30, 40 points. Pitts, no show.
No show.
Cordell Patterson's running.
That whole team was.
He's a running back.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't get it.
He's number 2 on the depth chart.
He went from wide receiver to tight end to running back in the league?
I don't know.
And
it's inexplainable. It doesn't make sense.
What about, another highlight was Trevor Lawrence losing in the opening game against possibly the worst roster in the NFL in the Texans. I don't know. I did not see that coming at all.
So did you guys know that's the first loss in Trevor Lawrence's entire life in the regular season?
Since high school.
He never lost a regular season high school game. He never lost a regular season college game. This is his first one.
Welcome to the NFL.
I picked the Texans to win that game. I just thought it was going to be rough I didn't think they'd win it by that much. I knew Tyrod Taylor, the veteran leadership, all that stuff. Right. In hindsight, it should have been one of my locks.
Yeah, I guess.
That kind of makes sense. +3 at home against a rookie quarterback.
Rookie debuts are never good anyway.
It was very strange to me.
Yeah. But, I mean, that roster is just not that good.
Well, I mean, Bill O'Brien made sure to trade anybody with talent.
Right.
How about them Dolphins?
Oh, man,
the
wild
Patriots.
game.
Mac Jones looked good.
He had he set an NFL record for completion percentage in the debut. He had 74 or 5 or
he
something.
He looked good. Pittsburgh beating Buffalo was a little bit of a shocker. I was high on Pittsburgh, but
we're high on Pittsburgh, so I'm not. Josh Allen did not play well.
Yeah, Buffalo. It's a little worrisome. Pittsburgh's defense is legit, though. I think
their defense is legit,
so it's not that big of a shocker, but a little concerning on the Buffalo side. I think
Buffalo's got to get together. Josh Allen didn't look good.
Cleveland, Kansas City, good game. I'm surprised they came back. Cleveland should have won that game.
Stupid, huh?
But other than that, not too much. Okay, game of the week. What was your guys' game of the week?
It had to be Monday Night Football.
Right?
What a wild ending by two teams that just were playing sloppy football.
Right? I think it was bookended. I think Thursday night, Dallas and Tampa was a really good.
Yeah, that was good.
Competitive game back and forth.
It never got away from anybody.
Yeah, it was getting there, but the turnovers kept you in. It was the first game of the week, and then bookended by the Monday night game.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch most of the game. I turned it on. I got home for the fourth quarter, and then from 17 to 10, the last 10, 12 minutes of the game was absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Fantasy owners were just
I thought the Raiders
had
ended
20
it.
targets.
I thought the Raiders ended it. He was like an inch short.
Yeah,
2 plays later, they picked off.
Picked off
at the inch. And I'm like, oh my Lord, this can't get any worse for the Raiders.
Right.
Then Lamar Jackson goes down, fumbles it. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Exciting game to watch.
Action.
Yeah, fun week 1 for sure. All right, panic button time. I'm going to give you guys a team. We got 3 teams. And you just say yes or no, or do you want to do a scale?
1 to 10? Scale 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. Is it time for you to panic? So this is our overreaction, underreaction, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's start with, I guess, Bob, you can go first on this one. The Washington football team.
Time to panic. I would say a 7 because you don't have a quarterback now. You're starting Tyler Hinkie. It's not Taylor Hinkie. Exactly. He's a nobody.
Is it Heineke?
Heineke.
I was Heineke Carker.
Call him Brad. He's the Brad Dunsky 2.0. That's what's happening here.
Okay. Brad Dudunski
2.0. It's over.
Ben. It's Ben DiNucci.
He's going to be sipping Heineken here.
Ben DiNucci. Now he's got Brad Dudunski.
This is Taylor. See you later.
Taylor, see you later. Heineken.
Yeah.
Heineken car care.
I think you got to panic. Like it's like a 7 out of 10 here because you put all your eggs in this Fitzpatrick basket and he's gone.
Yeah, he's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Can't even come back till
Cam
week
Newton?
9.
That's what I want to see happen.
Does the Cam go
Makes
there?
Makes sense. He looked great. If they do that,
so Washington can't move forward with the plan of winning games with this roster.
The problem is, though, when their defense is really good. They almost beat the Chargers, and they had both of them, like Taylor Heineke, whatever his name is, looked erratic, but they game planned the whole week with Fitzpatrick. But the Chargers, if the Chargers was last year's Chargers, the Chargers would have lost the game.
Oh, Anthony Lynn blew that in.
As soon as Herbert threw the pick down at the end, they would have blown the game, but I don't know. I think their defense will keep. I still think they're going to win 6-7 games with Heineke.
I don't think so.
Just based on the defense.
I don't. But if the offense will score enough.
No, but I'm saying if they have any intent of contending,
you got to go through 7.
I agree. 7.
They didn't have a quarterback last year.
That Alex Smith for
Dwayne Haskins.
Okay. On one leg.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins too.
I don't know.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, but I also think they should have never.
Haskell.
They should have never won that division last year. The Eagles were bad. The Giants.
Do you
were
guys
bad.
remember
Dallas was hurt. Like it was just a.
Yeah.
I think this.
I don't know. I think that defense is going to win.
Eagles throwing week 17.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. All right. What about you? What's your panic level on the football team?
5. I mean, I'm right in the middle. Their defense, I think, like you said, is going to win them games, but missing a quarterback, they put all their marbles in with Fitzpatrick, so that's a big hurt. But I think if they get Cam, they'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, next team, Pete, you can start on this one. The Minnesota Vikings, after losing to the Bengals.
Oh, man. I think I'm going to panic a little bit on this one. I mean, you can't lose to the Bengals week 1. I don't know, especially with Joe Burrow and that offensive line, I still don't have a whole lot of faith with that offensive line. It just didn't look like they can get much going, so I'm going to go with a solid 6.5, 6.5.
Okay. Bob?
I don't think it's panic at all. It's like a 2 or 3 here. Kirk Cousins didn't play bad. He threw for over 300, 2 touchdowns, didn't turn it over. At one point, they were down. The Vikings were down 21-7.
Yeah.
And they ended up forcing overtime and losing in OT. And it was in Cincinnati. It's a home opener for Cincy.
Right.
I don't think it's a panic very bad at all. The Vikings are gonna be all right.
So was this the Viking? Was it last year or 2 years ago when the Vikings lost 41-3 against Buffalo? Wasn't it the opener or the second game? I think it was the opener. Might have been. I think it was 2 years ago.
I don't remember that.
And they lost 38-3 to Buffalo, and everybody's like, "Whoa,
Kirk Cousins,
what is going on here?" Yeah, it was terrible. So I'm with you. I was high on the Vikings, but it's a little concerning.
Yeah,
with the Burrow. I mean, that was one of my locks. I thought for sure it was going to go different.
It's an overtime loss.
The Vikings jumped out 7-0, and then the Bengals go on a 21-0 run. It's like what?
And then
they came back,
stormed back, forced OT, and
Dalvin Cook fumbled the ball, which would have set up a game-winning field goal. So I wouldn't panic. And everybody in that division lost. Like I said, everybody's 0-1. Bears.
This is a home opener on the road. You're on the road against Cincy in their home opener. So
yeah. All right,
probably a tough atmosphere anyway. It's loud.
I'd go a 3, 2 or 3. Yeah. All right, last team, the Colts.
I said 0. Played the Seattle Seahawks, who are a great football team. Carson Wentz did not make any bad plays. 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. They couldn't run the ball well against Seattle. That was a problem. But they got behind and they just never got back to the game. Tyler Lockett put them away in the second quarter.
Is there really a panic button in Indianapolis?
They played the Seahawks.
They're at home opener, big deal.
Yeah,
but it's the Seahawks.
Carson Wentz
are contenders every year.
Still, when you're at home and you can run the ball, you got to be it wasn't even close as it was 28-3
or something.
Did Russell Wilson throw 20 passes? They had the ball for 40 minutes.
I think the Colts are in trouble this year.
Wentz's average length, he didn't throw to any of his receivers. He's just dinking and dunking, no big plays. Seattle's secondary is not great. They got Jamal Adams, but outside of that,
Russ was on the deep ball though. He was airing it out. Lockett had 2 30-yard.
They just let it run it down their throat. I feel like, and just it was not Chris Carson had 92 yards.
Obviously, if I'm a Colts fan, I'm lowering my expectations for this team.
I thought they'd win 9 games coming in. I thought Wentz would be good.
7.
Yeah, they're not going to be good. This might be maybe this is my biggest overreaction. I think the Colts suck.
They're going to suck?
I think they're bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're good.
I think they might be really bad.
And that goes directly on Carson Wentz at that point.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Phillip Rivers didn't have a problem winning games last year.
Nope. Just can't do anything ever in the playoffs.
All right.
Now Indy fans know what Philly fans dealt with.
All right, game balls. Who is your offensive player of the week? We just making it up right now?
I've got 2 guys I'm trying to decide.
Jameis Winston.
Either Jameis.
Yes.
Oh, he threw 20 balls.
Yeah, he looked like he was playing Madden rookie mode.
Rookie mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's Jameis, actually. It's got to be
throwing
Jameis.
darts, baby.
5 touchdowns?
Is that your guy?
5 no, that's
touchdowns?
not my guy.
I'll go Jameis.
But I like that. That was probably my number 2. I'm going with Kyler Murray. Okay. And just
look great too, yeah.
Dude, just extending plays and then just everything that one he threw to D-Hop in the end zone, the toe toucher. Yeah. Oh my God, man. Nasty. I'm really high on Kyler Murray after that. After today's game, I think they're going to be legit all year long.
I didn't think their defense was going to be that legit.
I mean, the turnover.
I thought that would be the problem in Arizona was the defense.
Yeah.
And it was not the problem.
Oh, he has 4 touchdowns and 1 on his feet?
He had 5 total. Yeah, he had 1 rushing.
Nasty.
I'm going Jalen Hurts.
I like it.
I know he played the Falcons, but he was really efficient. 27 of 35.
270.
264, 3 touchdowns, and he added 62 on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After all the doubters, everybody's saying I was crazy.
He's going to be good.
I think he's going to be. We'll see this week. They get the Falcons, or the 49ers. I mean,
Talk about a steal, too, like in fantasy football, getting him whereas
I'm so
ADP
mad. I
was.
should've-
Oh, man.
I should have
boy.
just reached for him.
I got him in like half of my leagues because I know just knew he was going to be
Dude,
good.
just those yardage on the ground. You know,
Devontae
60
Smith looked
yards.
good too.
If he can get 50, 60, 70 yards every game with his legs, nasty.
That's the thing. I think he's going to average I would say about 45 to 50 a game on his feet.
Yeah.
Just on third downs, third and shorts, picking up, getting flushed out, picking up.
Is
first
there
downs.
there's no argument for a defensive player, right?
No, it has to be Chandler Jones.
Chandler
Can't even
Jones,
be close.
5 sacks, 2
I
forced
thought it
fumbles.
was a New Orleans Saints defense, but
No,
hey.
Chandler Jones is better than them himself.
You could go that route.
Yeah.
They shut down Pack. Like
Shut
Aaron
him.
Rodgers looked like he was just
bamboozled.
like that, lost. Didn't know,
Scored
had no
3.
words.
3.
All right, playoff. Okay, we're going to do this thing every week, playoff eliminator. We're going to eliminate 1 or 2 teams per week, and we'll cross them off. No chance to make the playoffs. So we don't want to – like you can't say Cowboys right now. 'Cause
No.
that's not fair.
It's the Giants.
You think it's the Giants?
Yeah. They look terrible. They can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball. They can't play defense.
Did you give us 3 teams to pick from or what?
I have 2.
Okay.
I got them in Washington football team.
I wrote down
No,
the Giants.
I have the Giants.
I got the Giants.
I have
okay.
the Giants.
So the only problem with that is that division is
Is
bad.
that division?
The Eagles
So
are going to
They
be
can
good.
easily just turn it around.
Like I could see the winning. No, I get the Eagle. I understand.
Eagles are gonna be
The
good,
Eagles are winning the Super Bowl, 17-0.
No, we're going to win like 12 games.
Okay, but I'm saying like that's the only problem I have with that team specifically. Just
their
eliminating
division.
right now.
right.
Well,
I
you
wanna
can't
see
expect them
another-
to finish ahead of Philly or Dallas at this point.
I don't know. You just said Dallas is not good. I think the Jaguars have no chance,
I wrote those guys down too.
and my other team
Well, the
is
turmoil
the
in
Falcons.
Jacksonville
Yeah, I wrote those
is
guys
already-
down too.
So Jaguars and Falcons were my 2 because there's no chance the Falcons are beating the Bucks or the Saints
no
or
way
the
they're getting to
Panthers.
the wild
in my
card.
opinion. And then the Jaguars have to go. Like I don't think they have a chance.
I'm
They just got blown out by.
in the Jaguars. 100%. Not making the playoffs.
You want? Should we just do one this week?
Yeah, we'll do one. Well, I'll swap to the
Jaguars?
Jags. I'll take Jags. Too.
You can tell your Urban Meyer story real quick.
Oh, he's
gone.
out. I think he's gone. I think it's already foot out the door. They said this was during the preseason. They're losing preseason games and he's having meltdowns, belittling coaches. They said everybody all the coaches, all the players are like walking around with their looking over their shoulder, waiting for him to lose it. He's like he can't handle the NFL. It's just he can't handle losing, and in the NFL, every coach loses at a probably 200% clip more than they lost in college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Urban Meyer lost 2 games a year in college for 20 years.
Right.
Now he's going to lose 10 this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He can't handle losing. They said, and he's just going on meltdowns every day. And I think with USC firing their head coach, that's probably a spot Urban would rather be.
Right now.
I mean, if you gave me a choice to be the head coach at USC or the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm taking USC every time. I don't think it's a hard decision. You know
Well,
what I
he's
mean?
been in the. I mean, I think he probably wanted to try the.
He tried the NFL thing. A bunch of guys have.
Have
This doesn't
meltdowns
work.
already.
Yeah, in preseason he was melting down on them for losing. It's like, bro, it's a
was he
preseason game.
belittling people or what?
Belittling coaches. And then, like, after a loss in the preseason, he's going into practice and taking over the drills of coaches that he's like, what's wrong with you? It's not good. Yeah. Said it's
He forgot
killed the atmosphere.
He forgot they were professional athletes.
Yeah, it said it's ruined the atmosphere in Jags. Like, everybody's just high stress. Like, he's going to lose it every minute. I think he's already on the way out.
Well, just one game, then this fool's gone.
He's out.
All right. Injury news: Raheem Mostert ruled out for the year. That's rough for the 49ers. Hopefully, that's
So originally they were going to IR him for 8 weeks.
Yeah, you
and
announced
then
like 2 or 3
he's
hours.
going to have
ago,
season injury surgery on his knee.
He's done. Jerry Judy's out for a while.
8 weeks.
IR. There's been I hate injuries.
Yeah, I know they suck. Especially with Mostert. I was pretty high on him this year.
Yeah, he was your.
He had 2 carries for 20 yards.
He was the stud.
He was my stud.
He came out and carried the ball twice for
10 yards,
20 yards.
10 yards a carry this year.
He's 2 carries is out. I was like, he's coming back, right?
He's out. Trey Sermon, I think, will be good. Elijah Mitchell had a great game. Let's get into week 2. So that's it for week 1. Week 2 biggest games. Thursday night is not. I'm not watching Thursday night's game.
I'll watch it.
I'll be
but
driving out of town, and I'm not mad about it. It's the Giants at the football team.
It's so bad. Could you imagine? Like last Thursday was crazy.
Yeah, this Thursday.
Monday night we got the end of week. We got Monday Night Football. It was wild. We're going into Thursday with the Giants. And
I'm
the
good because I'll be
Redskins.
driving, so I'm happy I'm missing that one.
Washington's just going to beat the brakes off of him. That's all I got to say. Heineke's going to be dropping dimes.
It might end at a 0-0 tie.
All right, the Next game. All right. Bills at Dolphins. That's a big game. Bills on the road at the Dolphins.
Bills got to win.
If the Dolphins,
Bills can't start 0-2. The Bills
must win, but it's a huge game for Miami.
Do you want Bills Mafia to lose their minds to be 0-2?
No, I don't. Do I?
Josh
what do you mean?
Allen,
What do you mean? Do I want them to? Kind of.
Yeah, I do too, because they'll be burning Josh Allen jerseys in no time.
Already,
they'll be lighting tables on fire with Josh Allen jerseys.
Miami's a tough place to go in and win games. It's hot. Dolphins are good. The defense is good. I know you guys hate Tua, but I mean,
he squeaked out a win against the Patriots.
Here we go. A road win against Belichick. And now he's squeaking out wins?
Against a rookie quarterback.
He's like the first quarterback under 25 to beat Belichick in 2 years.
You guys are out of control. Tua slander. I hope they win this week. Hope the Bills start 1-2. The 49ers, Eagles, I mean, it's kind of a big game. They're both 1-0.
It's a big test for Philly.
Yeah, you guys are about to get wrecked.
I don't know. Last year you said the same thing and we blew the
That
doors
was
off.
stupid. We were all hurt.
It's in Philly?
In Philly.
It's in Philly, yeah.
Oh.
Last year in San Fran, if Travis Fulgham was just beating the brakes off Pat every down.
That's actually an interesting game.
That was a throwaway game last year. Cowboys at Chargers. You know, you're excited for that
No,
one.
I'm actually really excited about this one. It should be...
this could be the game of the week.
Yeah. I think it's going to be tough for the Chargers. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think...
Chargers get it done.
Dak Prescott is legit. Herbert's legit. Chargers defense is legit. I think the Chargers end up winning, but... yeah, I think they're just going to squeak this one out.
I'm curious to see if the Cowboys run the football. They have to. That's the thing. Like, are they actually going to commit to running the football? As if not, why are you paying Zeke $5 million a game? You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're not going to use him, trade him.
I think they will try. Definitely. I think
They have to commit to running the football.
I'm pretty sure Tampa, that was the game plan going in, which is kind of dumb, to try to win a shootout against Brady. But they should have won the game, as we talked about. But I think they should have at least threatened to run a little bit more.
They have to run the football.
I think if the Chargers win, I mean, it's really going to show how good they actually are going to be. If they can win in a shootout and in a slugfest in Washington.
See, I don't think the Cowboys are going to. I think they're done with the shootouts. They're going to try and get in grind times, run the football, play action.
All right.
That
game will be fun, though. Sunday Night Football, Chief. If the Ravens would have won last night, this would have been a more interesting game. But it's a good Sunday Night Football game. Chiefs and Ravens.
Has Lamar beat Mahomes yet? He hasn't, huh? He's like 0-3?
I think you're right. I don't think he's ever beat him.
I think he's 0-3. It was a big game.
I remember they had him on the ropes last year, but Mahomes came back and beat him.
Right. He does that.
And then the Monday night game is Aaron Rodgers.
He gets the Lions, bro. This is like a tune-up.
Layup.
This is like when you're like a fighter loses a title fight.
Yeah.
And he gets it's a minus 500 and he loses, gets knocked out.
He's getting like Damian Maya right now.
Yeah, he's getting a tune-up.
Losing and getting
a tune-up fight. You know what I mean? This is a free one. This is a showcase.
Lions played him tough last year, but
Aaron Rodgers better throw for 480 and 5 touchdowns. Just has to.
Yeah.
Or Packers fans are going to be pissed. Like, dude, this is the Lions.
What about Titans Seahawks? That's another good one.
It's in Seattle.
Right.
I hate the Seahawks, so I was in Spokane, and every TV had this stupid Seahawks game on, and I was furious about it. I did not want to watch that game. I went to like 10 bars.
Did you raise hell at all of them?
TV. No, everybody had a Seahawks jersey on. I was freaking out.
I'm surprised you didn't raise hell.
It was terrible.
Were you wearing a Niners jersey?
No. The only one I have is Kaepernick.
Full one got beat up.
The Kaepernick jersey up there?
20 dudes in Russell Wilson jerseys just stomping on Pat.
On Barstool, just getting wrecked. All right, let's get into this. Locks of the week. All right, so we all went 1-2 last week.
Was not a good
The
start.
double lock was 0-2.
Yeah.
So, but we only gave out 7 picks. So reality, our record was 3-4, which isn't as better. It's better than 3-6.
Yeah.
Right.
The winners last week: Eagles plus 3.5 got it done. Miami plus 2.5, and then the Sam Darnold revenge game barely covered. They won by 5. It was 4.5. And got that done. So let's you go ahead. Who wants to go first?
I will go first. I'm taking the Saints minus 3.5 at the Panthers.
He's locking it in.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom,
You guys are both. I'm very disappointed.
You created this one with your
That's
nonsense.
fine. You guys are 0-2 on your double lock. So
we're going 2-2 this week.
Oh, man. That's too much.
Lock it in.
Saints, slight road favorites at the Carolina Panthers. 3.5. You lock it in at 3.5.
Jameis. It's Jameis time, baby.
Yeah.
You guys are really believing the Jameis.
He's gonna have. He's gonna have
100%.
He's going to have like another 150 yards and 5 touchdowns. You have a total of 300 passing yards this year and 10 touchdowns.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I'm going to stick with the same game. I got Saints-Panthers over 44.5.
Not a bad.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Nice.
The Panthers played the Jets last week. They put up 19, but I think we talked about the Jets' defense being pretty good with Robert Saleh.
And they did not. They did look good.
They were down 19-7 or 17-0 or whatever, but they came back. They kept them in the game, and they were
defense started getting punts.
Yeah.
Started forcing punts. You let them get back in.
I think this week Sam Darnold looked good. I thought he hit the big connection to Robbie Anderson, but DJ Moore wasn't really featured. They kind of were able to run the clock and punt. But with the Saints, they're going to need to score more, and I think the Saints will score also. I mean, I thought this last week with Atlanta and Philly. Just Philly didn't hold their end of the bar, or Atlanta didn't. So I'll go with the over 44.5 Saints and Panthers.
Okay.
I got the Vikings at the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals at home -4.5. I think they can come in and have pretty much the same game plan as they did against the Titans with Dalvin Cook. I think Cardinals at home and not on the road. I think Kyler Murray's going to be a stud all year long. So I'm going to take them -4.5.
All right.
All right, my next one. You ready for this, Pat?
Yeah, if you say the Eagles, I'm going to laugh at you.
It's Jaguars +6.
Okay.
At home. Home opener against the Broncos. Let's go. Book it.
Okay. That's Trevor +6, eh?
Yeah.
After you just said Urban Meyer's having meltdowns already?
Yeah, if they fire their head coach, most teams win.
Man. Jags. Okay, I mean.
Let's go.
Starting off hot. All right. I'm going Packers -10.5 on Monday Night Football.
Zoom. That's my third one.
That's your third one?
Yeah. Nice.
This is a showcase.
This has to be, like you said, he's got to throw for like 400. Like he's got to show up. Aaron Jones needs the ball more. He had 6 touches, I think. It was insane.
Well, I mean,
if they lose to the Lions, then I'm just out. I'm mad.
Then Aaron Rodgers is out.
They're not going to stop.
It's full fire sale.
Okay, -10.5. Relax, Aaron Rodgers. There's enough said. The Lions, they covered. They covered for some people because the line went from
back
7
door.
It was 7.5
and
to
went
open.
to 9.
Went to 9. So
it was a back door anyway. It was onside kicks.
Oh, it was a massive back door. It was 41-10 or something.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
No, it's in Lambeau. I don't expect that to happen again. Rodgers, it's gonna be like 38-10.
Yeah, I don't know. The Lions might even score that.
What's the over unders?
I don't know.
It's got to be 50, probably 50.
40.5. All right, so you got Pete, your last one.
I'm going with your favorite game of the week, the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins.
Bills
I'm taking the
-3.5,
Bills
baby.
-3.5.
I feel like he's just
Big.
fading.
Josh Allen's got to get it done. He's got Bills Mafia burning his
You guys
jersey.
just double faded me on that one?
I liked how the Bills looked during preseason. I'm still high on the Bills. I'm not very high on Tua. I know Miami's defense. I know it's going to be tough to win there. But honestly, after losing to the Steelers, I see Buffalo coming in and getting the job done.
Yeah, the Dolphins or the Bills defense did play well against Pittsburgh, which is a good sign because Pittsburgh's offense is really they shut down Najee Harris. Ben didn't throw for many yards. They gave up the block punt. It was 7 of the points. So
yeah,
I could see the Bills winning. So now I have to root for them, even though I like Miami because you got Locke. My last one's Titans +5.5 at Seattle. There's no way. If there's 5.5, what?
He just left Spokane and now he just hates.
No,
absolutely. You thought he hated the
whole time
Seahawks now?
No,
No, he really does.
The Titans were
He
going
went
to be
10.
the super offense.
I'm willing to
and
bet.
they get blown out, and now they're getting almost getting 6 points against Seattle. I know Seattle looked good against the Colts on the road. There's no way. This is a lock of the year.
I'm willing to bet.
Lock of the year. Ding, 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 ding,
Pat said
ding.
he went to 10 bars and there's only Seattle game on in all 10. I'm willing to bet 8 of those bars got peed on outside when he left. At least 8.
Lock of the year. First one.
Bare minimum.
Titans +5.5 at Seattle. I'm just telling you, if they lose this game, I won't bet them again the rest of the year.
Where are we
If
watching
they
the
do not
Eagles
cover,
Niners game?
probably here.
We're watching it here?
Yeah.
Let your neighbors know.
No, it's not gonna be that crazy.
Oh, I'm
all
gonna
right.
be loud.
Studs and duds last week.
Last year, your neighbors were mad at me.
No, they weren't, dude.
You're yelling about Travis full game.
Okay, studs. Last week we had Chris McCaffrey. That worked out.
Even one off.
That was kind of an easy call, but I was curious to see his injury. Gus Edwards. We recorded before he was on the IR, so that didn't count. I threw that one out. And the other one, we mentioned it earlier, Raheem Mostert. So
another injury. Come on.
I mean, we got to count. He played. So 1-1 in the studs. Duds, we also went 1-2. David Montgomery was not a dud. He actually had over 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Zeke Elliott, dud. So we're 1-1 in that category too. So let's start with the duds. I'll go first. I got Javonte Williams with Denver. He's running back 30 coming this week. Denver gets Jacksonville.
He's a dud or a stud?
He's a dud. Or a stud, sorry.
Okay, I was about to say.
That defense,
I feel like he's going to go off.
No, I can see him getting like 100 yards and 2 scores this week. I mean, Melvin Gordon did have 101 yards last week on 11 carries, but one of them was the 70-yard touchdown. Little skewed. Javonte got 14 for 43, which isn't great, but the Giants' defense is it's underrated defense. So I could see them getting some garbage time points. Maybe not if they cover for you because that's a lock, but if Denver's up by 20, they're just going to run the ball.
So he ends up in the top 15?
Top 12, top 15. And he's at RB 30 right now, so I think that's a good DFS play on draft. If you do DraftKings or whatever, you could probably get him for decently cheap.
Right.
So that's my stud.
My stud's going to be Trey Sermon. I think he's going to be able to run the football against Philly. We don't have a great run.
You don't believe the Eli Mitchell train?
I think Trey Sermon is probably going to get that job.
Yeah.
I think it's just there's too much there for him.
I agree.
Philly's not great at stopping the run, so I think Trey Sermon he'll probably fare well. I'm sure he's not high. You know what I mean, ranked. Yeah. So I think he'll be all right.
He's projected 6, I think.
Yeah, he'll get over that. He'll get a touchdown
as long as he's not. I was surprised he was scratched last week.
I think the Niner Eagle game is going to be a
shootout.
I think it's going to be a 28-30 apiece somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that's the case, Trey Sermon is going to he's going to get a touchdown in there. Yeah. Miles Sanders looked good week 1 too. I think he's going to be.
Him and Gainwell looked pretty good.
So
last week I gave out two running backs. This week I'm going to give out 2 quarterbacks. But for the stud, I'm going to go Baker Mayfield against the Texans. Woo. He's ranked outside the top 15. I think this week he turns it up, and he's going to land inside the top 10, possibly top 5 against that Houston Texans.
Dude, surprised he threw for 350 last week, no touchdown.
Right.
That's the thing. So they were just in a shootout, 33-29, and he didn't.
It was a run game.
Yeah, they have the best O-line in football and 2 of the best running backs.
Yeah,
that's
but
the
350 yards, no touchdowns.
I could see Baker had those games last year where he'd throw for like 5 touchdowns though. Just play action, and Beckham was out. I didn't know he was hurt.
He didn't play.
I didn't know
he got ruled out Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I turned on the game. I'm like, where's OBJ? And he's just on the sideline. I'm like,
he got ruled out.
They're better without him.
Well, they lost.
All right, and then who is
my dud?
So you got Mayfield. So we got Mayfield, Sermon, and Javonte Williams.
Yes, sir.
My dud is Chris Carson. I don't think
Tennessee.
I think he's going to get shut down. Tennessee.
He'll probably get hurt.
I don't know if he gets hurt. I just don't. Russell Wilson, he throws probably the best deep ball in football. It's great. Him and Lockett are on the same page every possession, it seems like. I just don't. Chris Carson's not going to get a lot of work on Sunday.
How is Tyler Lockett so good? This was just a
freaking wide open.
I'll go next.
All right.
Go ahead.
Russell Wilson.
Is your dud?
Dud.
He's the number 2 ranked quarterback this week.
You think the Titans just freaking work?
That's my lock. I just don't think first of all, he only threw 22 passes last week. Titans, there's no way they're lock of the year.
254 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's not throwing 4 touchdowns again. I'm just telling. No.
Right.
Titans are going to shut him down. Chris Carson, Russell Wilson, they're not going to see.
Henry's going to go off.
Derrick Henry's going to have 35 carries. They're going to control
for like
the ball.
180.
Yeah.
He's going to have one of those games.
So we have Chris Carson and Russell. You want to make a DK Metcalf as your dud?
No.
We'll just go Seahawks or duds?
The whole team?
Yep. All Seahawks. Pete Carroll, dud.
His play calling abilities, dud.
Seattle as a city, dud.
He just got back. He hates it there.
We're not getting any listeners now from Seattle. Sorry, Steezier Smith's probably so mad if he's
so
listening right now.
Right
Sorry, Steezier, go.
He's trying to call right now. Pat's been declining his calls.
Unfollows me.
Put him on silent.
All right.
I got Derek Carr. I think I know he's in the back. I think as far as this week's concerned, but I'm not buying the hype train. Derek Carr throwing for over.
He threw for 435. Yeah. He leads the league in passing.
I'm not buying that. I think Derek Carr gets eaten alive this week in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go ahead and say that fool's gonna be a dud.
Derek Carr, yeah, he was targeting Darren Waller, and he had 20 targets, I think.
Yeah,
I thought he looked pretty good, but they could not run the ball at all.
No, Josh Jacobs had a couple good runs, but he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. All right, there you go. So we got Russell Wilson, Chris Carson, Derek Carr, and Russ Wilson are the duds. Mayfield, Sermon, and Javonte Williams are your studs. Saints are the double lock. Jags, Packers, Cardinals, Bills. And then, Packers is another double lock. And then the Titans and the Saints, Panthers over. So another 7 picks. We got 2 double locks again.
Yeah. We're going to go 7-0 this week.
Yeah, I feel it in my loins.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Anything else for week 2?
Where are we watching? We're watching the game here?
Probably. I'll be back.
Dude, get excited because I'm going to be all over you.
I don't know if I'm going to let you in my house. I'm going to wait till halftime.
He's scared because he knows that you.
Is that the morning?
Yeah,
game?
I'll be. I have to get up and drive home.
Get up, Pete. We're gonna be here at
I'll be
Pat's
here as long as
to arrive.
It's not going to interfere with the Chargers game. We're good.
Well, we're gonna wait here for Pat to arrive
at 1:25.
I'll probably won't get here till like 11.
Okay, well, me and Pete will be at your house at 9.
I'm just sharing all the
deal.
Get out of here. Riot, you ready? Let's go. Riot.
What?
He said what? What's going on? Not much?
No.
You're just quiet again? Are you upset you went 2-3?
No.
Okay. He just doesn't care. No cares in the world. 2-3. 2-3, both of us. Okay. So we got 5 games. You know the rules. Patriots -5.5 or Jets.
Jets.
Taking the Jet. I also have the Jets. So we're taking the Jets to cover 5.5 against the mighty Patriots. All right. Raiders at Steelers, 5.5 for the Steelers.
Steelers.
Okay, that's not. We're both going Steelers. Are we really gonna have all the same picks this week? All right, Broncos or Jaguars?
Jaguars.
There's our difference. That's not good. Bob did pick the Jaguars also. So, let's see if you got that magic touch. I got the Broncos for the record. Vikings and Cardinals.
Cardinals.
All right, I have the Vikings. All right, last game of the week. Cowboys or Chargers?
Chargers.
Okay. I have the Cowboys. So we do have 3 different picks again this week. 2 the same. Jets and Steelers are the same. I got the Broncos. You got the Jaguars. I got the Vikings. You got the Cardinals. And I got the Cowboys. And you got the Chargers. Okay? You got anything to say? It's only week 2. You got 17 more weeks of this. Do you have any thought? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? No? You don't know? You want to throw out a team?
I picked the names because I like them. I like the names.
Okay. Well, name a team. Official Super Bowl prediction, week 2.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll get it next week.
Okay.
All right, bud. That's it. There you go. Last week, both of us, 2-3. Last year, we were both 60. I feel like we're going to do good. We're going to do good things. All right, buddy. See you.
Bye.
All right, that's it, fellas. We are out. See you next week. Episode 100 is next week. Tune in. We got some people coming on. See you then. Bye.